Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Live with the Doctors Thursday Love.Life telehealth plant-based or formerly plant-based webinar. I am here today with a very special guest that I'd like to introduce you to. But first, if you guys want to say hello and share where you're coming from, we'd love to see who's here and who's joining us. So please feel free to join in and share your comments. We'll be watching for them. So today I want to introduce our guest, and many of you guys probably know him. You're very familiar with him, but this is John Mackey, who is a former founder and former CEO of Whole Foods and current co-founder and CEO of Love.Life. So I wanted to have a conversation with him about what was his inspiration and kind of get to know what is going on and let you guys get to know him a little bit and hear what he's thinking. So John, hello. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Chris. Thanks for inviting
me. Absolutely. Happy to have you. So I want to open this up to you a little bit and hear kind of why this was important for you and what it is that you're trying to achieve.
Okay. Actually, this has kind of been an idea that I've been playing with for, almost 40 years in one form or another. Back in the day, I actually almost started up something would have been outside of Whole Foods called LifeWorks. And that was going to have holotropic breath work, meditation, yoga, sort of the techniques that I realized that would help people besides diet to be a higher degree of wellness. And for a variety of reasons, we were opening it in a center that had a spiritual bookstore, a Whole Foods market, a natural foods restaurant. And so LifeWorks was going to fit into that center. And don't have to get into the reasons why it didn't happen, but it didn't happen. It went kind of on the back burner, but never left my consciousness. And then at Whole Foods about, 11, 12, 13 years ago, maybe longer than that, maybe 15 years ago, we started up what we call the Total Health Immersion. Whole Foods is a self-insured corporation, meaning we pay for all the healthcare costs that our team members create with a high deductible and with an administrator like United Healthcare or Aetna or someone like that. And so what we noticed was about 10% of our team members spent about 90% of our healthcare dollars. And so we were spending over $250 million a year on our healthcare. So it's like, all right, so how can we do a win-win here? How can we help our team members to be healthier and at the same time cut the cost for Whole Foods Market? And so some of the stuff was unavoidable. If somebody has an automobile accident, maybe we can't do anything about that, or a premature birth. There's some things you can do about that. And cancer, of course, would be very expensive if you go through the whole chemotherapy, radiation, surgery that many or most people go through. But if you get people in the right lifestyle, and diet, then they maybe won't ever contract cancer. Anyhow, that program, we sent over 4,000 people through that program and before I left. And the results were kind of amazing. We did it with well-known doctors like Joel Fuhrman, John McDougall, Caldwell Esselstyn, Scott Stoll. And so we had a little bit different programs. Each of those doctors had their own theories, although they share a lot more than they disagree about. And what was amazing is that I had underestimated actually how fast the human body can heal if A, we stop poisoning it, and B, we start giving it the nourishment that it needs. And so we saw people, because we know we had to apply for it, and you had to apply for it. So we took those that were most at risk or the most ill. So if you're obese or type 2 diabetic or had cardiovascular disease and you applied, you're going to get in. And I was amazed how quickly people would respond, even within a week. We'd do their biometrics when they'd come in, and we'd control the food for a week, get them exercising, and do intensive healthy eating and wellness education for that week. And generally it wasn't rare to see people see their blood pressure drop 30 points. or their cholesterol dropped 30 or 40 points in just a week. We oftentimes saw, even in 1 week, type 2 diabetics get off their meds in just 7 days. So it was amazing. and and to this day, if I travel around to Whole Foods Market, I'll run into people that have gone through the immersions, and they'll give me a hug and say it changed their lives. The problem is that we didn't have any follow-up support for it, because we were bringing people from all around the country into these retreat-like settings, and so we could control the food and help them for a week. But then they'd go back, and if they were in a if they were in an unhealthy environment, they generally, and they had food addictions, they'd fall off the wagon, so to speak. So I always like to say it's a little bit like you take somebody who's an alcoholic and you put them into rehab for 60 days, they may come out sober, but if they go back to the same community of people they like to hang out at bars with, chances are they're not going to stay on the wagon for very long. I think it's similarly with food. People need support groups, and they need a community to do that. So I just thought, I'm retiring from Whole Foods, and I mean, I've made plenty of money. I don't need to work. I hadn't actually taken a salary since 2006 anyway. But it was like, gosh, I feel like I know how to help a lot of people. Can I just go into retirement and not try to maybe help millions of people live longer, avoid these terrible chronic diseases, or reverse them if they have them, without trying? And the answer was, to myself, was no, I really couldn't. I needed to. This is part of my higher purpose in life, is to do what I'm doing now. And I'm very excited about it, because honestly, I feel like I'm back in startup mode. I don't have a big bureaucracy that basically tries to say no to everything. Love.Life's very innovative and creative. We have a great team that we put together, and lots of, like yourself, and lots of amazing people that I'm working with. And I'm just very excited. That's why I wanted to do it. I want to help. I'm on my own quest, of course, to live longer and be healthier. And I want to help everybody else who wants to do the same thing.
Excellent. I love to hear that. Thank you. First of all, I want to welcome everybody who's joining us. There's quite a few people here today, so it's nice to see you all. So thank you for saying hello and joining in. A couple comments on that. First of all, this is some retirement, huh? You're as busy as ever. So,
I mean, actually, it's not quite the same. So I didn't realize till I retired that for about 35 years, I was gone traveling around to different places in the country for 2 to 3 weeks in the month. And now that I've retired from Whole Foods, I'm not doing that anymore. So I've kind of got a life back. I mean, I'm still working, but I'm not having to travel as much. And that's been good for my marriage, frankly. And my deal with my wife for all those years was, I'll be home on the weekends. And we had a place 40 miles west of Austin that we go to on the weekends, so we'd renew our relationship. And now we get to be together a lot more often. And I get friendships back too. So I'm able to hang out with other friends too. So it's not quite the same, but I'm busy and working, to be sure, but it's fun. I like working. I'm doing something I care about. I'm doing it with people I love. I don't know if there's something more fun than that. Please tell me what it is, because I haven't found it yet.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And one of the things I want to point out, because I want everyone to have a chance to get to know you the way I have, and I've really enjoyed it, but is you're so passionate yourself about your health and taking care of yourself. And you've been on your own health and spiritual journey for so many years. And to me, you're a good mentor, because you take it very seriously in your own life and in your community and the people you're around. So do you have anything you want to add to that? Or?
I mean, I feel really good. I mean, most people my age, I turned 70 in 3 weeks. Most people my age, most of my peers, I don't even hang out with them much anymore, because they're dealing with chronic illnesses and they're dying. And so I mostly hang out with younger people to go hiking with, play pickleball with. Yeah, I'm very serious about it, because I've seen such good results for myself personally. My vitality is high. I've done all the tests. I mean, I'm the beta test for the membership programs were launched actually, and now begin to publicize. I did all the tests. I learned a lot. I've learned a lot working with you because you're the doctor that was working with the beta uh, the beta members. And I mean, I did the genetic testing. That was very interesting. The things I learned. The dreaded APO4 gene. I have it. I've got to be very careful about my fat consumption because it's easy for me to build up plaque. And so being plant based and eating a low fat, low oil, no oil diet for me is very important. So for me, it's been an adventure. I'm learning a lot. I feel really good. I stopped drinking any alcohol about a year and a half ago, and that's been a very good decision. So, yeah, I'm on a journey. I'm like everybody else here on this call. We're all on a health journey,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
we kind of think that you have to just you go through. You're young, and then you get middle age, and things start to fall apart, and then you're old and you're decrepit. And I don't think it has to be that way. I think we can expand the health span as well as the lifespan of people. That we should be vigorous and doing well in our 90s. I really think that's the promise, and that's what I hope we can do at Love Life for hopefully in the long term millions of people.
Mm-hmm. I love this. I love this so much. So for everyone listening, the program that John is talking about is we are working with our patients now in Love.Life. All the doctors will be doing this, where we're going to help looking individual at each person. So it's not just a general recommendation as much anymore, but we can look at you specifically and answer your questions and help you reach your health goals. Looking at your body composition, right? It's not just about losing weight, but what is your muscle mass percentage, and looking at your VO2 max, and what is your cardiovascular level of fitness, because that matters for longevity and healthy aging. And genetically, we are different. So there might be a little bit of differences in people's diets or lifestyle that we're going to help people really optimize where they are. And look at your nutrient status, because what we've learned is we don't all absorb nutrients the same way, even if we're eating the exact same diet. So we have individual differences. And so we're going to be working together with people, with our community, to help people optimize their health. So that was the journey that you've been on, that we took you through, and you were the beta test. So you were the first one going through it, trying it out for us.
Well, I think the big idea that we've launched this week, and we haven't publicized it yet, but it's available now on our website, is our membership programs. We're launching 3 Love.Life telehealth membership programs: Healthy Lifestyle, Longevity, and Concierge, where most people see a doctor when they need to see a doctor, when something's wrong. And we want to change that paradigm. Of course, you should see a doctor when something's wrong, but I view, particularly the type of doctors we have at Love.Life, I view the doctor as a coach and a mentor to help people to do testing, to establish a baseline for people, and then through the membership programs to work with people over a longer period of time in order to optimize their health, to take it to a higher level. And I found that to be true for myself, and I think it could be true for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a different kind of relationship with the doctor. The doctor's job is to keep you from needing to see a doctor in the traditional sense. The doctor's your friend, your mentor, your coach, your detective as you get lab work in, and then you'll have a wellness coach as well to be coaching and to coaching along with the doctor. There'll be a team. So that's the model that Love.Life want. We'll still serve anybody that wants to be served, but we are hoping in the long term that we'll have many more members than just patients, with the members on a deeper and longer relationship with the doctors and with our company as well, to optimize their longevity and health, to revert, if they have diseases, to reverse those diseases. And so that's the vision.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. And Maureen says, I love the idea of concierge medicine. Will you also offer group visits as well, like support groups for implementation? So Maureen, the answer is absolutely. That's one of the things that's being built in the membership that's going to be different from people making individual appointments, which that's still available. But people joining a membership will get access to these group visits, to health coaches, and more support to help, because as we know, it does take a community to sometimes make these healthy changes. So that's part of what we are building in, is the healthy changes.
One thing we're going to make an announcement next week, so I'm not going to. I get the team mad at me if I preempt the press release, which is going to come out, I think, next Monday or Tuesday. But we have signed a flagship location, a 45,000 square foot location, in and we'll just say in the Los Angeles area, that's going to have it'll be it'll have a healthy restaurant, uh, healthy foods. It'll have a wellness center. It'll be like a gym. It'll have yoga. It'll have Pilates. It'll have pickleball courts. It'll have a spa. And so we want to create these. It'll take a lot. We can it's going to take us many, many years to build out these physical locations all around the country. But that's what we're going to do. It's just going to take a while to do it. It took us a while to build out Whole Foods Market. It's got over 540 stores when I retired last September. And so and that was over 44 years. It'll take a while to build it, but we will build it. In the meantime, the great thing about Love.Life Telehealth is that we can reach anybody in America, and really anybody in the world, that's interested in have a healthier lifestyle and healthier diet, and wants doctors that care about them and will give them the time they need. I mean, the system right now, at least in the United States, is you very seldom get very much time with a doctor. I mean, you get 10 minutes. You have to wait a long time. You get 10 minutes, and they write a prescription. They're managing diseases. They're not reversing them. So we want to have this much deeper relationship between our doctors and our members. And so that they're on a journey together, with the doctor being more experienced, knowing more, wiser, and helping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be a community built all over the country with certain sites that people can go to for those lucky enough to be around those sites or to be able to visit. And we have a couple shout outs here. Michael Clapper, hi, Dr. K. He says, cheering you on to higher health and happiness. Go Love Life. We got these programs look awesome. Barbara, hi, John from Whole Foods Valencia. Many of your former Whole Food team members miss you.
Cool.
Dr. Scheuer, so excited about the great things happening at Love.Life Telehealth. So many great comments. Thanks, you guys. And Barbara says, going to your new restaurant in Culver City next week. Can we get a Whole Foods TM discount? Not yet.
No, yes, you can.
Oh, you can.
Whole Food Market team members, if you bring your discount card, you get a 20% discount.
There you have it, you guys. Holy cow, that's awesome. So every Whole Food team member, take advantage of that. That restaurant is awesome. I had a chance to go there, and it's all plant-based food and there's certain foods meant for disease reversal. So for those of you who are going next level to try to reverse something, you can choose those meals, and it's delicious. You were there with me, so it was delicious. So we had a chance to go there. Okay. And so the vision is to have centers and to do this for everyone across the country. One of the things that I think is so cool that you brought up is that it's more than just diet. So it really is a lifestyle and a community to being part of healthy and to loving life, as you say. And so we have built in for other things besides just working on your diet. So there's community support where we're all in this together. So it's not hard to find healthy eating and living. We're active together. We're doing mind body work together. We're on our own healing, healthy life journeys together. And so that's one of the things I wanted to point out that I think is unique in this model, is that it really is a comprehensive, holistic model to help us all reach our better selves. So
there are things we'll be able to do in the physical locations that we can't easily do virtually. The great thing about virtual is it extends our reach. The negative thing about it, or the limitation of it, is that we are doing this virtually, so we're not doing it in person. And in person, I mean, we can do, because of the wellness centers, and we can have personal trainers, and we can work with people in a more intensive kind of hands-on way, so to speak, that we can't do virtually. But it will be a lot more than diet. Of course, even virtually, the doctors are, they're going to be, different doctors have different trainings and different skills. So you can't say it's the same for all, but most of our doctors at Love.Life Telehealth are certified in lifestyle medicine. So not all, but most, I think, are. And so they'll be working with people in terms of sleep, in terms of exercise, in terms of stress management, in terms of psychological health. and we will be adding on a lot of content. A lot of content will be available for our members, so we can help educate people. And then some of our doctors also have backgrounds in functional medicine, and so it kind of depends upon the individual. And obviously, different doctors, you got to find the right doctor for yourself, and the one that's is going to be best for you. And as we grow, we'll have a lot more choices for doctors as well.
Absolutely, and the doctors are all getting trained in this type of medicine, as well as all of our doctors are lifestyle medicine certified, so they're experts in lifestyle. So we're all excited. All the doctors are super excited to have these programs and to be building them. We have a couple questions for you here. People want to know if insurance is going to cover them. And so, well, I can answer that one for right now. So for the medical visits, we do not take insurance, but we do give you an invoice that you can send, a super bill that you can send to your own insurance if they will cover it. So once it's coded, many insurances reimburse part or all of it, and that depends on your insurance. So that's for all of our medical visits currently, and that will still exist for any medical part of it. Let's see. Oh, is telehealth available for people out of state? Yes, we have doctors in all 50 states and international. We see people. So wherever you are, please check it out and take a look if you haven't yet checked it out. And there's, if you have any questions with the different options, you can give a call, and a team member will help you go through it and explain what might be the best program for you or visit type for you. Bob has a question for you, John. Will the physical locations be only on West Coast?
No, but we started in Los Angeles. I mean, we're headquartered in Austin, Texas. So obviously we'd like to have a location in our home. But if this idea won't work in LA, it won't work. The greater LA community is very health conscious, very, they want to look fit, they want to be fit, they want to be healthy. And the sort of the natural organic foods movement really gained a lot of speed in LA. And it's the second biggest metro area in the United States to the New York area, right? So it's a great place to test the idea out. But no, we will not stay strictly, we want to be everywhere. I mean, particularly, we'll do the major urban areas first. So other markets that we're interested in are South Florida, the Bay Area, Austin, Texas, Chicago, Washington, D.C., obviously New York, Philadelphia, pretty much all of the major metro areas. We'll call that the low-hanging fruit. So we'll look to do the physical locations there. I mean, this is one of the advantages. I have a lot of my ex-Whole Foods Market executives working with me here that built the company. Frankly, we're pretty good at real estate. So we know where all the best Whole Foods Market stores are, and we think there's a good overlap in our potential Love.Life customer base as Whole Foods. So we're going to be looking for the best locations first. And so if you live in one of the big metro areas, you're more likely to see a Love.Life than if you're living in a smaller area.
Trust me, you guys, I'm on the same page as you. I'm trying to get him to put one out here in Colorado, but so far we haven't made the top.
Well, Denver Boulder will get one before Aspen will.
I'm going to keep pushing. So you guys stay tuned. If these are successful, which they will be, we're going to keep popping them up. So we're hoping everyone gets to go see them. Is there a consideration for all income levels? Mike, we've definitely talked about that and thought a lot about it. And for seeing a doctor, you can do just a simple visit, which is not very expensive. And like I said, it can be reimbursed by insurance. And so then you enter into the community and you get to start talking to the doctors and get involved with things the Love.Life way. You can always go to a center or the rest when it opens, or the restaurant, and test that out too. And we will be doing community and talks and events that are for everybody. So we have thought about that, and we are trying to reach out to all sorts of different people. Hi, Dr. Zacharias. Yes.
I'll make a couple of comments on that. I get asked that question all the time. And first, we have to make a successful business. So let's be clear, Love.Life is not yet profitable. It is not. We have to become successful in order to be able to give things away for free. or to give major discounts. We have to make sure our doctors are well compensated. We got to make sure that we're bringing in more money than we're spending, and that's not yet the case because we're a startup, we're new business. But I anticipate that, in the next few years, that we will do some type of scholarship program for people that are less affluent and can't afford it. That will work out. We don't have the details of that, but we will do something that allows the most needy people to get this type of education as well. Plus, we are going to have lots of free content on our site so that people can be educated. That won't cost anything. So we're conscious of it. We're going to get to it. It's not our highest priority right now. Our highest priority right now is to create a business that's sustainable and can take in more money than it's giving out, and then it can grow, and then we are able to offer more. As we create more abundance, we can share it more generously. First, we have to create the abundance.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Thank you. For the doctors in a particular state, can we see the doctor or only via Zoom? For right now, if you're a telehealth patient, then it's only Zoom, but there will be in-person doctors at these centers when they come up. So you will then be able to see a doctor at a center if you're able to go there. And Carolyn says, can those of us not near a wellness center come for a stay?
Oh, that's a great question. And the answer is yes, because once we get our first, like I said, one of the things Whole Foods did that inspired me was our total health immersions, where people could travel in from around the country for a week. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to have sort of different programs that people can come in for a weekend or a week or even longer. And we'll advertise those. We'll work out the accommodations. We'll have these programs. Our doctors will be interested to come in too. We'll bring in some of our telehealth doctors. It won't just be local. Bring some of our telehealth doctors to help out as well. I'm very excited about that. That's going to also be good marketing, because I really think once you see our big flagship location, I always like to say that for about the first 20 years after we started Whole Foods, people would be coming in and they'd never been in our stores before, and they'd say, "Oh my God, this store's incredible. Why don't I have one of these?" And I believe the same thing's going to happen when people come into a Love.Life. It's going to say, "This is a great idea. Why has nobody done this before?" And of course, that'll create competition, and the ideas will spread quicker. But I do think there'll be sort of a wow factor, because it's going to be this one-stop, super healthy wellness center that can everything that you would need to, as we say, to nourish, to heal, and to thrive. We're going to go for all three of those. So yes, long answer to your question. We're going to have those programs, and I hope you'll take advantage when we create them.
That's outstanding.
We're thinking that location, I haven't told you where it is, but we're hoping it's going to open early next summer, so that hopefully a year from now it'll be open. All goes well.
Wonderful. And in the meantime, we'll be working together online, you guys, as a community, building health. And for those of you already working with us, it's going to be more of the lifestyle medicine to optimize health for those who aren't yet sick, to keep them to healthy and to really optimize them. And for those who are reversing, to get them reversed and then into the optimization role. So that will still be happening while we're waiting for those to open up. Lots of great questions, you guys. As far as cost and all that, I recommend you make a phone call, and they will go through everything with you, so they can explain what your options might be and what costs are, so you can choose the best program for yourself.
Go to the website and then make the discovery call, and then people will walk you through it. And I've actually got to run because I actually have to do it.
Yeah, so I was going to say, do you want to take any last words to the community, and then we're going to let everybody go?
Hey, we're going to be doing some wonderful things, and I hope you're going to be doing them along with us. I hope that you are become a Love.Life member, and I think that'll be a good decision on your part, and I think you'll get. And if you don't, you can always quit. But I'm excited about the future. I think Love.Life, it's going to take a while, but I do believe 20, 25 years from now, the world's going to be a very different place, and Love.Life will have made a major contribution to helping the health of, I hope, millions of people. And I hope you're some of them.
Thank you so much for that. And thank you for coming to talk to us today. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. We're happy to have you here, and we look forward to seeing you on future calls and in future events. So take care, everyone.
Bye.